Hi everyone, good morning. It's Rita and my barky dogs, Miss Rita from the Miss Rita to the rescue. Here for today's Cricut Chat. We're doing Christmas in July still, since it's still July. We have a couple more projects in the Christmas in July theme, and then we've got some nice summer back to school and even some fall projects coming up for August. And this morning we are going to be making this little guy. It's actually not very little. Hello, Lisa. Good evening. Where are you? It's good morning, Lisa. Good morning. Good morning, Penny. So this is what's called a Yeti, or I call it an Abominable Snowman from that Rudolph, the claymation thing. And he has in his arms a little present that will hold a gift card. Isn't that just so cute? And he can be an ornament that can go on your tree for, you know, the year, and you can put him away for next year. It looks absolutely stunning. And once the gift card's taken out, it becomes an ornament. There's a little hole cut in for the string. Just really cute, and it's pretty sturdy too. It's got, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 different layers here. Before we go into this project, I wanted to talk a little bit about yesterday's project, which was this. Okay, and I was mistaken about this project. It used to be a free project because of this, the joy with the wording here, and it used to be a free project, but now because of that joy wording, this part here is had costs. And I wanted to just point that out to you and show you what you can do to avoid the cost so you can do this project, because the rest of it, the card, this little snowflake layer, these little snowflakes. Oh, okay, Dawn just got her prize. She was away. So, okay, sorry, interrupted. So this is the issue with this card costing money. So I want to show you how you can find the project and make the change out. So it doesn't cost you anything to make this. So don't be put off if you happen upon that, okay? So it is still in projects, so we can go. Let me just save my Abominable Snowman here. And we're going to go to projects. So, and we're going to go to cards. And here I'm going to explain to you. Now, this happens once in a great while. And you'll notice here, like, there are some Rob and Bob images that are not. These are Rob and Bob images, and they're not showing with the A next to them. And that's the same thing that happened with this. This used to be a free project for Access members. But let me show you why it's not. So here, when you click on a project, you can scroll down and find out where all the images came from for this project, okay? And you'll notice there's only one image that doesn't have that A. See, all those have A, meaning they're free to access customers, but the joy in oval is from a copyrighted image set called Opposites Attract. Now, you could buy the joy one if you wanted to, but we're frugal people, so I'm going to just show you really quickly. Let's go there. I'm going to, oops, I hit make it instead of, customize, which that's not what I want to do. I want to go here to cards, and I want to choose my Joy Snowflake card and hit customize. Hope I'm not going to have a problem with this showing up. Okay, so if we wanted to make this card and we wanted to avoid the cost, what we can simply do is go to shapes, pull a couple of shapes, a couple of circles actually. So we will then use this, we'll ungroup this, okay? And we're going to use this as sort of as a stencil or what do you call that? I don't know what you call that. Pattern piece. That's what it would be in sewing. Okay, so we'd shape it to be around that size, and this one here can be around this size if we want. And it's just a circle that's been kind of somewhat made into an oval by pulling it, and I'm unlocking the parameters here. So let's see, I'm gonna go arrange, move this forward, and you see what I'm doing? I'm sort of mimicking those. Now I can actually get rid of these, and there won't be a cost or it shouldn't be a cost associated with that particular thing. And if you want to find something that is an access image, that's easy. Just go back to images and you can type in "let it snow," and there are joys that are free, and all you have to do is look for the A. You did try that, Sherry? I think you might have to eliminate both of those ovals, but try it again for me and see if that works, okay? Because that should work that way. It should work that way once you eliminate that particular image, because it only will charge you for everything else is free. So anyway, so that's how I would get around paying for that joy. I have never purchased that opposite attract, so I don't really know why that was charging people for that. Anyway, good morning. We're on to bigger and better things. We're on to our Abominable Snowman. Before we get to how to put him together, which is so much fun, I wanted to replace. Okay. I wanted to mention, because I mentioned it yesterday, this lilac cutie that I found in my stash when I was cleaning on Saturday can be yours. All you need to do is share a video, whether it's this one or any video or my YouTube video, but you have to come back and tell me that you shared, because I'm going to, at the end of the week, I'm going to pull together all the people that told me that they shared, and then I'm going to pick a winner. Okay, so just tell me that you shared. Doesn't have to be a whole big long thing. Just say, I shared. Come back and tell me on anything, and I will see that comment. Okay, so it's not just sharing, but also coming back and telling me about it. And then pretty soon someone will own this really adorable lilac Cricut cutie that I found. And if this goes well, then I have a few extra cuties laying around that maybe we can do other promotions for. Okay, so here we go. Here is our Yeti, or our Abominable Snowman. This comes from a project from our friends at Rob and Bob Studios. Really adorable. It can be cut on the joy. However, you will need to cut it on the joy. You will need to make our snowman, our Abominable Snowman, or Yeti, much smaller. And so when you do that, if you make the gift card holder too small, it won't fit the card. So what I found out is, if I'm going to do this for the joy, I separated the snowman from this, and I'm able to do this smaller and keep this the same size. This will cut on the joy. The other thing is that this has scoring in it, so you have to remove the scoring if you're going to cut it on the joy. Okay? today we're going to do this with scraps, mostly with scraps. And I'm going to show you how to put it together. This is going to be one of those quick and easy things. You could make a couple. This would be a great little thing to sell if you have a little shop, or you are doing like a part, what do you call that? A craft fair or something like that. Really adorable. Very simple to put together, and I think it's really eye-catching. So let's get to it. He's awful big in this thing. How come? I don't know why. This guy comes from a project. It comes from Rob and Bob. You can get it two ways. Let me just make sure I get the correct one. Here's the correct one. You can get it from projects, or you can get it from images. So let me show you from projects. You're going to go to projects and you're going to choose Christmas and scroll down a little bit. And he is on here somewhere. Yesterday I was blind and didn't find that other one. So I hope I can find him here, although I did check. So, and he's just really adorable. He's from Rob and Bob. Where? He's here somewhere. Where is he? I suppose I could search. Could I search? Yeah, I could search in here. Yeti, I think is what they called him. Here he is. Okay, so I searched and here he is. So you'll see that this is definitely, I want to just double check. Yep, this is an access project. See the A? It's an access project. And so we can either do customize here, or we can go, of course, we're going to have our little banner. This has been plaguing me for a little while. So, well, we can also go to images. We go to image sets and we can type in Rob. And then you will scroll down to the best of Rob and Bob. And he is our Yeti, our Snowman is on here. Oop, I just passed him. Here he is. Okay, so we just bring it into our canvas. He comes with an envelope, which you can make. This envelope is, it's kind of uniquely sized. So this is one that I probably would make on my own, but I'm not going to show you that today. I'm going to ungroup this and I'll just hide it. Now, one of the things we have to be careful about is this piece here, because it has to be able to fit. This isn't a gift card, but it has to be able to fit the card. And most gift cards are the size of credit cards. So I used this one to size it. And what I found out, it's about 2 inches. Let me just, yep. It's about 2 inches tall and about 3 1/4 inches long. And so I made sure that our envelope, the red piece here, is 2 and 3 1/4. So you can hold it up to the graph here and just kind of eyeball it. 1, 2, 3 1/2. So that's going to work this way. And then going across, it's 2 1/4. So that's going to cut perfectly for a gift card. And let's see, we have a little gold accent here. And then you'll see he has like a mouth. And then he has this white, blue. You see that? So it's a layered, and by layering it, see all those layers? It makes it really thick. So it makes it a great ornament. So that's a lot of fun. So this is pretty straightforward. Just going to go and cut this out. And what I wanted to show you today was how to use scraps. So I have here these 4 scraps. Because you see we have a little piece of pink, we have a little piece of gold. So here's the pink, there's the gold. I made one of these layers, this layer I made in glitter, and then we have this little piece of black. So why use whole pieces for these when we have scraps laying about? And so these are 4 scraps. I'm going to show you how to cut them all on one mat so you don't have to put in 4 different mats, okay? So let's go ahead and cut this real simple, and we're going to hit make it. All right, and hello, Deborah Ann. Hi, welcome. Okay, so what comes up when we hit make up all of these different mats? We can move this, and this one here is the one that really gets me because it's just this tiny little mouthpiece, and it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, but the blue and the white, we're going to cut out on a regular piece of paper because it's pretty big. And also the red is kind of big. It's not really scrap material. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to squish all 4 of these things onto the same mat. Okay. So this one here, this is our, let's call it our glitter layer. And I want to just make sure I got a glitter. Yeah. So, all right, there's our glitter layer. So we're going to go to the gold layer. We're going to click on this image and choose the triple dots. Okay. And then we're going to go to move object, and we're going to put them back here in with the what you call it? The glitter. Okay. So we're going to do that. Let's move him there. And you see it comes in and it changes the color. That's okay. Color changing is fine. Same thing with the mouth. We're going to go here, do the triple dots, move. We're going to put him into that first mat. Fine. And then what's the other one we wanted to do? Okay, the black. Same thing. Triple dots, move the object here. All right. So we're going to go back and look at this. Now we have 4 pieces, and yes, they are all the same color. That's okay, because we're smarter than a machine, and we know where we're going to put these images. So this is for the mouth. This is for the glitter layer for the head. Black is for the back to do the shadow, and this is for the present. So all I'm going to do is move these around. Let's see. I got the pink up here, move him up here, and let's see, the black layer is over here, and I use the grid lines, so I always start at like 6 so I can see. So this is at 6, and then obviously at 0. So I've got pink, and so I want the mouth here, I want the glitter layer over here, I want the black here, and the gold layer has to be somewhere in that 4th quadrant, okay? So now we can cut it, and it doesn't matter that they're the same color to us. It doesn't matter because we're going to cut it using our our scraps here, okay? So we're going to hit go. Now, in the 4-piece one, we do have a glitter piece here, so you could try to cut it on medium cardstock if you wanted to, but what I would recommend is that you cut it on glitter, because you do have that glitter piece, you have this foil piece too, and these will not get harmed by cutting it on glitter cardstock. It shouldn't cause any problems. So we're going to choose glitter cardstock, which you can get there from Browse All Materials, and you go into the cardstock section, and here's glitter cardstock, or you can favorite it, which I have done. So I can choose it from my favorites window. All right, so let's put this one in, and we're going to go over to the machine to watch it cut. So there it is, our 4 pieces in there. I'm going to hit go. Now you can't control which pieces it cuts first. I don't know necessarily. As long as you're putting the image in the right place, I'm sorry, the scrap in the right place, then you shouldn't have a problem. And I'm thinking that maybe our glitter piece is in the wrong place. So what I'm going to do, because I saw that it cut out the little hole there, and that's gonna, I think I'm gonna have a problem here. So I think I need to move this over somewhat, and I'm gonna have to recut it. But what I have to do now is that the pink is cut. So I need to go back and edit the screen. Go back here. I'm going to go and edit because I don't need it to cut over this mouthpiece again. So I'm going to move it, and I'm going to just make sure that my Yeti appears to the right of the 7. Yeah, that works. So I moved this guy. All right. Constance is asking, should glitter cardstock be cut face down? Generally speaking, I do not cut glitter cardstock, regular glitter cardstock face down. I will cut chunky glitter cardstock face down, only because that can cause problems with your needle. But I generally use the Cricut glitter cardstock. And so it's pretty smooth. So if you feel when you run your hands over it, if it's really chunky, then yeah, you could have to cut it face down. And then what you have to do is consider you might have to flip your image. Oh, Donna. So Donna's asking about this item that's in my machine. It looks like a pen, but it's not. It's not being used right now. This is called a scoring stylus. It's not a pen, but what it does is it achieves the scoring, and we'll see it in action when we get to the red layer to do the little envelope for the present. And it basically works like the scoring wheel. It works in the Maker and it works in the Explore. It will not work in the Joy though, but it creates scoring without having to use the scoring wheel. And I kind of keep mine here all the time. So just because I'm always forever looking for it. So I just keep it in there. I hope that helps. And that's in clamp A, and it would only get engaged if you have a clamp A part to your project. So now it's cutting, I think it cut the first 2, and now it's cutting the 3rd and 4th. You see how it jumps back and forth? I don't know how or why. Let's see. I don't know how or why it does it that way. It just does it that way. Okay. Yes, and the scoring stylus is great for people who have a little bit of, me included, have a little bit of problem with folding and folding at a correct area, correctly. How's that sound? So here we go, almost done with this layer, and then we have only 3 other mats to go. So we saved ourselves an additional 3 mats instead of 7 mats. We now have 4, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to switch over to the red next so you can see how that scoring stylus works. Okay, Donna? All right, so let's take this out. And you see, there's our first cut, but there's the cut. And now he appears all on the glitter cardstock. And then here's the black layer. And there's our gold layer. So let me go ahead and jump to the red. And I'm going to come back to the screen, okay? Because I have a Maker, my Maker automatically assumes that I want to use my scoring wheel, but I don't. I want to use my stylus. So I need to edit my tools here before I load and go to cut. I have to do it before and not while it's in the machine. Okay, so I hit edit tools and I choose scoring stylus. You also see you can have a double and a single scoring stylus. Now, the reason why it's showing double and single is that we have our material set for glitter cardstock, but we need to go back and change our material to just regular medium cardstock. So I'm going to do that over here, come up here under base material set to glitter cardstock. And I'm going to choose, which I have in my favorites, medium cardstock. Now, if you go back here to edit tools, you'll see that the double and the single, that both of those have changed, have gone away. You only have the singles, and you have to do the scoring wheel from here. So, I'm sorry, the scoring stylus from here. That's because glitter cardstock, when scored with the single scoring wheel, it cracks. So having it on double, which has like two wheels, that creates like kind of a divot in the middle. It keeps your material from cracking, and so the machine knows that. Okay, so we're going to apply scoring stylus, and I'm going to move you back over again to look at the machine. Aledra is asking about the scoring wheel. So let's get this going. Aledra, I really like the scoring wheel when I'm doing a lot of scoring, such as things like making boxes or doing rosettes or anything like that's just got like ribbons and things like that. You see it's doing the scoring now. I don't mind the scoring wheel. I am a bit of a lazy crafter, and because I make a lot of cards, usually I just have like the scoring that goes down the middle of the card. So to me, to swap out the scoring wheel just for that one score, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I am an advocate of using the stylus when I don't need it a lot. Like for instance here, I only needed these two scoring lines here and here. So to me, that's not enough to get my scoring wheel out. All right. And so there's our piece. I'm going to put it aside, and let's go ahead and just cut the rest of these. I'm going to put in the white. I don't have to change my materials because I already did. It's on medium. So we can just go ahead and cut that out, and I can just start, not assembling, but sort of putting all of my pieces together, and then we can assemble this. So while that cuts out, I'm just taking the pieces off and sort of putting them in a pile. All right. I think what I really like about this project is how thick it is, because it feels like the thickness of an ornament. A lot of times you do in paper ornaments, and it's just not thick enough, and they can, especially from year to year, they don't last, or they don't stand up, and we don't want that. We want to be able to use these things over and over again, whether you use it like use the same one and put a gift card in it, or just save it because it's really adorable. Okay. So we're doing our last two pieces, the white and the blue, and then we can go ahead and assemble. Just sorry about all the little noises. I'm getting the paper ready on the mat in the background, okay? Whoops. All right, so in addition to glue, we are going to need a piece of string or baker's twine or something like that. So I have this really cute baker's twine that I got forever ago, and I'm still using it. Whoops, I dropped it. Oh, okay, Dawn. So anyway, I don't know where I got the baker's twine, and I apologize. I got it like literally 5 years ago, and I'm still using it all. I mean, I have a whole drawer full. Okay, so Dawn is asking about what mats to use for what. again, here's my, I've been crafting for so long that I don't always follow the rules kind of thing. But I use the purple mats. The purple mats are supposed to be for strong grip. And then you have green mats that are standard grip. And then the blue mats for light grip. Now I have all of them. But here's what I do. I work with a lot of mats at the same time, and I do clean my mats. But I find that the stick goes, let me just make sure it's cutting the blue. Yep. The stick goes out of the green mats really quickly, and also the white ones. The purple ones, although very sticky at the beginning, they work back best for my lazy crafting. I just don't like to go in the kitchen and take all my mats, which I have to do it like 4 or 5 times a year, but I have literally like 50 mats that I sort of just kind of keep in rotation, and then when it gets really bad, I'll take them into the kitchen and scrub them all down, because mats will get this stuff on it. This is called like paper lint, and basically you can wash this off and the stick will come back. So technically, Dawn, you do have the 3 different mats. You've got the strong grip, the standard grip, and the light grip. And the light grip is for things like vellum. It's for very delicate, like maybe like a thin patterned paper. And then the medium, the standard grip is for just about everything. And then the strong grip is really useful for things like if you're cutting wood, like thick craft board, chipboard. It's good for that, but I also use it for paper. How do I clean my mat? Black lab hair. Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, Shelly, I totally hear you and I can feel your pain. I have corgis. They shed all the time, 24/7, 12 months out of the year. I mean, they just shed, and I am constantly, in fact, this morning found a hair that was stuck in the teeth of my Abominable Snowman. So it's just like in the air. As far as cleaning my mats, I've been crafting a really long time. I don't save those plastic tops unless I'm going to use it for a craft, which I do. And then I take all of my mats, and literally, I mean, I've got like 50 mats in rotation. And I take all of those mats and I bring them to the kitchen, and then I use warm water, a nice sponge, like a regular scrubby sponge, and Dawn dishwashing liquid or whatever dishwashing liquid you use. And then I soak them for a little tiny bit just to kind of, so I don't have to scrub too hard. And then I just scrub them. And then I air dry them, and they get their stick back. Don't use solvents. Like, some people advocate things like using the dollar store stuff. I've never found that to be useful. And why go and buy something when you have dish detergent right there, So, excuse me. So let's put our guy together. He's so easy to put together. So here he is, and he's got like these arms that I glued the arms, but left the hands sort of sticking out so he could hold his little present. So here are all the pieces. Let's start with the present first. It's just simply an envelope. There are these actually 3 score lines right here. And you can sharpen those score lines if you want. And then we're going to put glue here on these 2 little tabs. I hope that's gonna, I always take out my pin from the top of my glue. Okay. If you're new and you want to know about the glue, this is called Art Glitter Glue. I buy it at Create for Less. You can also buy it at Etsy and Amazon. If you want, you can use my link to buy it. It's great glue. And it's great for paper crafts. So there's our little pouch. Then we just have to take our pretty little ribbon and put that on there. It's great because it's very accurate. It has a great little top to it. When you're using glue, any glue, including this, you really need to just use less is more, because you don't want it to come squishing out from under your project. And but the great thing about this particular glue is that even if you get little pieces here, it doesn't dry like shiny like some of the other liquid glues do. Okay, so there's our little thing, and if it does definitely fit the size of a general, you know, like regular size of a gift card. And then let's do the guy. So easy. There's a lot of layers here. So here's the blue layer that goes on the back, and the white one comes over it. And the reason why it works that way is that you can see his little toes sticking out, but nothing else. Okay, this is going to serve to make our ornament nice and thick for years of use on your Christmas tree. And also, I love how we do layers to have one color come out. I think when I first learned how to Cricut, I was like, how do I cut out the feet? I didn't understand the whole layering part. So there's our bottom part. Then we have his like bodice or his torso. Same thing with that. The white goes over the blue, so his hands are sticking out. So put a little bit of glue on the white. You'll take your time. You'll do it a little bit more precisely than I will. I'm just doing it, you know, fast so you guys can see how it goes together. And then you just have to link up the, you know, make sure that you don't have the blue showing through. If you do, it's no big deal, you know, but you're supposed to kind of make it so that it's just the blue is coming out on the hands. And now the head. So the head consists of all of these pieces. We got black, blue, white, don't forget our mouth, and the glitter piece. So here's the black. It goes black, glitter, I think, blue, yeah, okay, glass, glitter, blue, white, and then the pink, like this, because we want for his eyes and his teeth to be glittery. Oh, my little cutie Bren. Yeah, he's my inspiration, besides you guys, of course. And so that's how we want to put it, because we want for all of those layers to show up. If you have them just take a step back and look at it. Make sure all your colored layers are showing up, okay? So there's our blue. That's going to be part of his face mask kind of thing around his eyes. And you notice there's a little hole already drilled in there for you. Okay. And then this is the final piece with the nose. Oops. Okay, and you have to line it up where the holes are, see? And again, you'll do a better job than me because I am trying to, you know, not waste a lot of your time. Okay. And then his mouth goes on. I did the mouth in pink, but I've seen it done in red too, so you could do that, or a dark pink or something. Okay, so then we have our three pieces. We have the back, the sort of the top of the torso, and then its head. The head will just go on like this. Make sure you're lining up those holes. And again, you'll take more care to make sure that, you know, things aren't poking through, colors aren't poking through. Now with this piece, don't glue the whole thing. You have to leave at least part of it, like this part, to hold the present. So just kind of focus on the top portion. Keep those hands free to hold the present. Or if you didn't want to put a present on there, or you didn't want to make it a gift card, that's fine too. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. That's the great thing about cricketing. Okay, and so then we take, obviously the glue is still drying, but when the glue is dried, you just take your little present and tuck it in his hands like that. And then the last piece, if I can find my, here it is. Here's my little string. Now what we would do in our family is we would decorate the tree and put these on the tree and tell people, oh, that's for you, because it's like they're getting a little present. But you could make it in an envelope and give it to them, and then they can, you know, put it on the tree themselves. It's up to you. And then I just need to try to get the baker's twine in through all those layers. Here we go. Put a little knot in the top. And we are done with our adorable Abominable snowman with a removable present that holds a gift card. Isn't that great? So cute. Again, also free for anybody that's an Access member. You can change the colors out too. I did a little bit more of a brighter blue here. What do you think? Do you love him? I think he's just really so cute. He would look really good on a, yeah, you can make a girl Yeti. Yes. Constance says you could make a girl Yeti and use pink. I think the blue is because he's supposed to be cold or something, but yeah, sure. Why not, Constance? That's the great thing about working with Cricuts, is that you just can do whatever you want to do. This is what it looks like on the back. So cute, right? And it didn't take us very long to make, about a half an hour, and that was because I was talking so much. So you could make a bunch of these, and again, if you have like a craft fair, you're selling things for a craft fair, I think people would buy this. So yeah, just love it. Just love it. So I hope you enjoyed today. This is the end of the Christmas in July series that we're doing. I have another snowflake card coming up, and I want to show you how to do a box too, so that if you're working on ornaments or you have tiny gifts that you want to give. So we're going to do a box, and we have a snowflake card, and I'm trying to remember what the last thing for Friday is going to be, but I'll be back tomorrow at my usual time, 9 o'clock. So I hope you guys try this, and if you do, please post your pictures in the group, whether it's in the Joy group, if you do make it with the Joy, or if you're in my Miss Rita to the Rescue group. So definitely post your pictures, and I'd love to see your take on this adorable project. And thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate it. I hope you can join me for the rest of the week, and then also Saturday at 7 o'clock for Cricut Date Night. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. I'm so glad you like it, Bren. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy. Stay cool. Bye. Yay.